Hello everyone! I have a question to ask you. What do you think of this painting? I didn't paint it or anything. My friend Justin gave it to me. I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, way to get off track already, and we haven't even started the video yet. Anyway, I'm Mike Marino, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how to make impact on camera. Let's get into it. Alright, when making online video, you have to remember that 93% of your communication, approximately, is your vocal tone and your body language. So when you're on camera, you really want to appear confident in that you believe in your message, because if you don't appear that you believe in your message, then other people won't believe in your message and they won't take you seriously. In your video, you want to make sure that you are coming across with energy and passion. You have to, people are going to connect and resonate with your message if they feel like you actually are passionate about what you are talking about. Now, by energy, I don't mean that you have to be like wild and crazy and yell at the camera and stuff like that. All I mean is that you should be projecting your voice clear and concisely. You might be making a how-to video, but if you appear stagnant, low energy, then people aren't going to connect with it as much and not really take it as seriously if it's just a bunch of intellectual facts. People connect with other people, so you want to make sure that you are expressing your personality. Again, it doesn't have to be you're wild and crazy and all over the place. You just have to be yourself and be making sure that you're demonstrating your personality with confidence and energy. A problem that a lot of people have, especially starting out, including myself, is trying to be perfect. Trying to say the lines just right. But what happens is you're too focused on being head heavy, trying to say the right things, and you appear to be in your head a lot. You lose a lot of your energy that comes out of your body. I heard a great quote before: don't be perfect, be outstanding. Because if you think about it, if your standard is to be perfect, well, there's no such thing as perfect. So if you're trying to be perfect, then you don't really have a standard at all. But if you are trying to be outstanding, well, then you are just trying to stand out. So instead of trying to be perfect and saying things just right, think of ways that you could stand out. Don't be afraid of making mistakes, because people connect with other people, meaning that they are likely to forgive human error. They're not going to be like, they screwed up, this is a terrible video, they don't know what they're talking about, I'm shutting off this video because they made an error or they slurred their speech there. Don't worry about all of that. People appreciate vulnerability because they're more likely to connect with you because they are vulnerable themselves. People like authenticity. You're more likely to connect with people if you make a couple mistakes and you put yourself out there than if you're just trying to say everything perfect and you sound like a monotone robot who got all of the facts right and all of the things lined up in perfect order, got the script word by word correct, but just appeared monotone and boring as can be. So here are some practical tips, because one thing that I've always struggled with the past is getting out of my head and trying to be perfect. And one thing that I noticed is that when I try to go from 0 to video mode, meaning like I might be, passively watching TV or passively, watching videos, or maybe even doing some work, then going to video, those are two different energy states. Like just being passive and sitting there is a lot different than talking and communicating and expressing yourself. So it requires a little bit of warm-up, in my opinion, to really get into that mode. So, I do a lot of things. Like when I'm starting to set up a video, a lot of the times I'll be setting up the camera and meanwhile talking to myself out loud. Like I'll literally be walking around the house just talking to myself or practicing things I'm going to say out loud. So you want to get out of your head and get more into your body. When you are in your head and everything's jumbled around, you're likely to slip up when you're trying to talk and get frustrated, and anxiety will build in your body and you'll feel nervous. Take that nervous energy and kind of get it into your body so you could be more expressive. And, you know, do things like jump around, stand up straight, like do a little bit of stretching beforehand. Warm up your voice by calling up a friend or two beforehand, or even just talk to a wall or talk to yourself. As silly as that sounds, that will get you into a different state of mind. It will get you more into that presenter mode where you're ready to talk. If you really want to practice, take your favorite book and then just read out of it. Just read a page out of it so you start to warm up your voice, and this will allow you to prevent slurring your speech and slipping up and getting too much in your head when you're trying to express yourself outwardly. Now I have a question for you. What are some ways that you can pump yourself up before you start a video? I gave you a few examples in this video, but what are some other ideas? Would you put on some heavy music and pump yourself up and jump around, because that will get yourself like more revved up and in your body and a little bit more energy? And you know, it might be ridiculous to jump around, but it will get yourself out there. You know, you might have to do things that are a little bit ridiculous, but people succeed are the people that do the things that other people won't. Keep that in mind. So those are a few ideas. What are some other ideas? You sing in your living room? Saved by the Bell! Yeah, I'm sorry, that song was stuck in my mind. I just started watching Saved by the Bell. I know it was on like several years ago, but I just started watching it at this point in my life, and I've been... Oh. Anyways, enough of that. If you have any questions or comments for me, feel free to drop me a line. And I'd like to invite you to check out the new guide I just finished writing. It's called Coach's Guide: 3 Simple Steps to Make Maximum Impact with Online Video. Now, this is a free guide. You could get it absolutely free. Just check it out in the description below and you could download it. Yeah, so that's all I have to say for today. Peace. Mike Marino,